Gemini, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your monthly forecast for May 2015. Happy birthday to early Geminians. Geminians, this is quite a phenomenal month for you because you not only have your ruling planet in your sign, but then Mercury is also going retrograde from 18th to the 8th of June. Now normally we have a planet that transits for approximately about 3 to 4 weeks, but this time unusually Mercury is there with you in your chart for about 2.5 months. So this gives you that long window to take care of things, or even to put a plan in place for things that you want to do for yourself. Now every time that zodiac or there is a birthday that is there, you have your zodiac birthday, that's literally a time where we astrologers say it's the new year for you. So this is literally setting the pace for the entire year for you. You can put your plans into place. For those of you who have not begun planning, you can do that right now. For those of you who have sort of like an action plan for yourself, it's a great time to be looking at it and seeing whether you're on track or not, whether something needs to get added or removed or whatever that may be. Now you can, the most important thing, and I want to really stress upon this for you Geminians, is manifestation. Now when your zodiac birthday happens, and for you, because Mercury is so strongly placed in your own chart, in your own sign, it speaks about belief. It's anything. So you believe that you're going to be doing extremely well, or you're going to be going out and getting that promotion, or you're really going to be living that life that you have envisioned for yourself, and if you believe in it, it manifests. So this entire 2.5 months is all about manifestation, and it's a time wherein that you really need to be not just articulating, and like I said, whether some of you do that vision board that I've, again, in one of my videos I've spoken about how it is to do a vision board. And very quickly, let me tell you, so for those of you who have intentions, for those of you who have like a life plan or a life goal ahead of you, take a simple board, stick pictures on it, cut it from lovely magazines, and it's also called an intent board. You can even do it for your kids. I do it for my kids, rather now they're grown up. I used to do that for them and put it in their rooms and let them see as to where it is, so that it's a reminder of where it is that you're going in life. And also that's how manifestation also happens. So it's a brilliant time to be doing things like that for you. It's, of course, during the retrograde, it'll be a time where you'll be looking at the edits and so on and so forth, but we'll speak about the retrograde much later. Now we're beginning the month with a beautiful full moon, and that's happening on the 3rd, and it's highlighting a part of your chart that has to do with your day-to-day chores, it has to do with your diet, it has to do with your health. And full moon, it's all about fruition. Full moon happens when something has really come to a completion, and it's a time where the moon really comes and shines its light on that part of a chart. That means that you can no longer sort of brush it under the carpet and say that, oh, I know it's somewhere there, but I don't want to do anything about it. So full moon is going to be talking about you being more, not just better organized or disciplined, and it's speaking about maybe you've just not been taking your health seriously. Maybe your weight bothers you, but you have not done anything about it. You should be doing something about it just to feel healthier. It's not just about the weight thing, it's just that it's slowing you down and you're not feeling good. Maybe your diet is like really out of the gear and you've been meaning to do something about it for the longest, and it bothers you and you sort of yo-yo on it. So this is a time where full moon comes and says, you know what, enough, now take some action and do something about it. It's also a time where you should not be indulging in a blame game, Geminians. It's not a time to be saying, my situation is because I work from 9 to 11 and I drive like 3 hours and I don't have any time and da-da-da-da-da. It is really a time for accountability. It's a time for self-responsibility. It's a time for feeling better. And again, this, because it has to do with your health, it has to do with your diet, it has to do with your day-to-day chores. It speaks about just being a little bit more disciplined so you can do all these things. So don't get hassled, Geminians. And like I said, it's your month. It's really your month. do the manifestation, believe enough, have that thing that, yeah, I'm going to be able to catch it by the horns and give it a good shake, and I'm going to get my health in place, I'm going to get my life in order, I'm going to put things in place. It's also a time to be doing little small sweet things to, if not cheer yourself up, then okay, cheer your neighbor. So maybe helping a co-worker out, maybe doing little things around your office just to perk it up a little bit, just things that will make you feel happy. Now Venus is going to be entering Cancer on the 7th, and then she goes and squares up Uranus on the 25th, and Venus is going to be transiting a part of your chart that has to do with money, it has to do with your earned income, and it also has to do with self-worth. Now both of these things are very closely related, Geminins, and I think Venus in any case coming in, it's beautiful because Venus is going to be giving its nice gentle light, and Venus, you know, she's the goddess of love, beauty, sex, and also money. So she's going to be, your earned income is going to get enhanced. It's going to, or rather it has already got enhanced for some of you. You could be really reaping the results of the money that you are earning. Maybe there could be holidays, you could be buying beautiful things. And however, the message behind this entire thing is, you know, while you're feeling this very beautiful and you're enjoying the money that's coming, try and not equate your self-worth with that. Now these two different things, and the beautiful thing about this is that how much you earn and how you feel, you know, they're two different things. So irrespective, so Venus out here is coming and saying, you know, that you know, while it's shining all this beautiful light and giving you that ability to earn more, enhance your earnings, it's who you are inside and how you feel about yourself. It has got very less to do with that, because again, it's just a transit, Geminins. Remember that, you know, not to say you're going to stop earning tomorrow, but then your self-worth has very less to do with your money. Yes, of course it can take care of a lot of bills, but then that's besides a point. Towards the end of the month, around the 25th, Venus is going to be going and squaring up with Uranus. That means that something exciting, you may meet somebody really wild quite suddenly, and maybe it could just be that a romance just sort of picks up like that, and you know, it's not planned. But the important thing is that because it's Uranus, because it's unpredictable, it's wild, it's chaotic, and this is the energy which you can't contain, Geminians. So just enjoy the ride. Try sort of not to think and dream about your white wedding and say that, okay, I've met this wild person or this wild encounter and we really connect and this brilliant, so on and so forth. It's not marriage material. So we have Mars that's going to be entering Gemini, that is your sign, around the 11th, and this is a time which is going to be, and Geminians, you're known to be quite politically correct most of the time, even though you are, unfortunately, and this I'm saying purely in the zodiac, known as two-faced because of the twins. But this is a time where you will be able to hold your ground. You're going to be having quite a bit of spine, and Mars is going to be giving you that. Mars is going to be also, I think, because a lot of you are in a position of power now. I think a lot of you are in a place of power, in a place where you have more authority, wherein that you feel you can say more, or you hold more of a ground now. So this is a time where you are going to be not just speaking your mind. I think you're going to be quite assertive, and you're not really going to be worried too much about the political correctness. However, be careful, try not to bulldoze over people, and try also not be very rash as far as driving is concerned. You know, watch your speed limits and don't be too rash. And love affairs are quite heightened during, you could find yourself feeling quite sensual and quite sexual during this time. So that is well. Now Mercury decides to go play the bad boy and be retrograde around the 18th. So all the communication, all the buying of big ticket item, conversations, negotiations, interviews should get done before the 18th. Again, not to say the sky will fall on your head, but it's just that things just get prolonged forever during a Mercury transit. And Mercury is transiting your own house, and that is you yourself, your goals, your dreams. And I often feel, you know, this is one of the most, it's one of the toughest houses to read, because your own goals, your dreams, your desires are so unique to you that for astrologers it gets very tough to read this part of the house. And for you, Mercury is going retrograde over here in your own in your house of self. So that speaks about your own your goals for yourself, your dreams, your desires, how it is, what it is that you want in life. And it could be that you could be struggling to find the right words to articulate yourself during this time. Try not to during the Mercury transit as well, especially when it is there in your own house. Try not to get in for any form of surgeries, any plastic surgery especially, or even drastic wardrobe changes or image changes. They can go quite wrong. So let the transit get over, and that is a time where you can go ahead and make those drastic changes. Irrespective of this, I think you should be happy by the image that gets reflected in the mirror. But still, for those of you who are looking for a complete image overhaul, wait till the transit again gets over. This is also a time where you could just be feeling a little restless. Some of you could be feeling that who you are really from inside is not getting projected outside, and people are not really seeing you for who you are. And retrograde could just sort of make you feel a little restrictive, that you're not able to express yourself or articulate yourself as much as you would like to. The keywords for you this month for the retrograde are reframe, reaffirm, and revamp. But that said, it's a brilliant month, Geminians. Manifest, manifest, manifest. It's lovely for you. Geminians, ensure that you are putting your intent charts, that you are not just focusing on the external image or what people think of you, but also you are concerned about your own direction of your life goals, where it is that you want to go, what is it that you want to do for yourself this month. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Geminians. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.